When I was going that last hour, I was going so fucking hard. Like, I'm fucking crazy, right? Mm-hmm. So I literally told myself, like, you're going to go until you fucking fall or until you pass out, until whatever. Because I was going through, like, like an identity crisis, right? Because I started questioning myself. Am I a fucking savage? You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a whole podcast. I'm fucking shooting this message to everybody. Mm-hmm. I'm saying all this shit. But, like, I really want to fucking quit right now.
Yeah.
And nobody's looking, and everybody would be like, that's okay.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Everybody would be like, you did your best. You did fucking better than you thought you could. It's okay. It's your first one. Everybody would say all this fucking shit. So I'm questioning myself like, damn, this shit really fucking hurts right now. I'm not fucking prepared. I can use that as an excuse. Mm-hmm. I don't have the right nutrition. I'm not a fucking runner. I'm the fucking biggest dude out here. All this fucking bullshit excuses, right, that I could pull, and people would think they're valid. I'm even thinking myself there might be valid. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I was having an identity crisis where I'm like, dude, I'm not a fucking savage. Welcome to the Savage Over Average podcast. Today we got a special episode. I'm right here with my boy Anthony.
Good morning. Good morning.
And like we promised, we're gonna do post run.
Yeah, like a recap,
a recap, and our experience on that race we did, and we're gonna let you know what we think about it, how we felt, what made us do it, how we led to that point, and after that point, how we feel about it. So yeah,
sounds like a plan. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. So let's tell them first who is Anthony. You know what I mean? A little context about yourself.
I'm just a normal guy, man. I'm married. I got 3 kids. I work with Robert, so that's how we met about a year ago.
Bro, I think it was less.
Maybe
I feel like it's been like 6 months.
Yeah, man, it was cool because we kind of hit it off quick where we didn't even talk about work. I don't even know how we got on the conversation of trying to get active and trying to get better. We started with simple challenges like reading.
I think it was the diet. Because you were doing some 30.
I was doing the whole 30 at that time.
Yeah.
And that was where you just kind of eliminate everything that's not from the earth, I guess.
All the processed shit, right?
Except food, like meat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you eliminated all the processed stuff. We started talking about that. And then
I think Michelle's the one kind of talking to both of us and said, hey, he's into this. Because I think she told you I lost weight or something, did she?
Yeah, she was trying to play matchmaker behind the scenes.
Yeah, that's how I felt too. Yeah, that's how I felt. Shouts out to her though.
Yeah,
shouts out to her.
It worked out.
Yeah, and then we started talking from there about the diets. What were you doing? The 30. What was it?
I was doing whole 30.
Yeah, and I had never heard of that.
Yeah,
and I heard a lot of different diets, so that interested me.
Mm-hmm. And it was cool because it was just an opportunity, I think, for both of us to just kind of educate each other, right?
Yeah.
It was like, hey, you were doing the carnivore at the time.
Was I?
I think you were, or you were about to start it.
Yeah.
So you were telling me about that, and I was like, nah, that don't sound fun. And then I was telling you about the whole 30, and I was like, man, this doesn't sound much better.
Yeah. And then I found out you're a reader.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit. So I started asking you questions too. Hey, how much you read? What do you read? Have you always been like that? So we kind of got that in
That's true, yeah.
In common too, right? Mm-hmm. And then I'm competitive.
Mm-hmm. I think that's where it all stemmed from, was just a healthy competition of, all right, if this fool's going to read a book, I'm going to try to beat him.
Yeah.
And then it started talking.
Oh, because you told me it was last year. You said.
You're right.
You said, I read, I think it was 10 books so far of the year, but it was already December. And you said your goal was to read one a month.
Yeah.
And that 12. Was my goal. I was like, oh shit. But he got closer. I only read 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, shit, okay.
No baby books either. They were real books.
Oh, not no pamphlets and shit. So then once the new year started, then that's when I said, hey, 2024, was it 2024, right? Mm-hmm. I'm going to read more books than you.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah.
So then we started from there. We started a little group chat, and I think Michelle got in it too. So we're still doing that now.
Yeah, but she's slacking on her books.
Yeah, she is.
But both of us need to step it up. I think I'm only on 3.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely fell behind. I was doing good until April. I just finished my 4th one.
I saw that yesterday.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I'll get you.
So that's how it started, and then she mentioned the podcast, I think, right?
Yeah, you were out of the room at the time, and she was just like, hey, Robert got a podcast? And I was like, oh, for real? So then she sent me the info, and and then that's when I was like calling BS a little bit. And I was like, man, this fool ain't doing push-ups before lunch. He's at work. And she's like, no, he's doing push-ups at work. And I'm like, okay, he's the real deal.
Yeah, because we didn't really know each other too well. So you started thinking, like, what the fuck? These 10 commandments, this fool ain't fucking doing this shit every day.
You know what? And I did. I listened to those. I watched that episode, and I was like, nah, he ain't doing that. He ain't doing push-ups at work. He ain't doing reading or whatever. And then they were like, yeah, he disappears in a closet during lunchtime, and he knocks it out. And I was like,
and he comes out with the pump and shit. You know what I mean? Ready to get to work.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then you started doing that. You started doing the push-ups.
Yeah, and I kind of slacked. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Hey, it happens because we're going back to the run. We're getting ready for the run, right? I feel like I slacked on my weight training too because that took over. That was priority.
Yeah, I think if you take it like super serious, we needed to, supplement our running with workouts and with weights. But I think both of us just kind of had the mentality, I'm going to run as much as I can every single day to get us prepared because I think we were a little underprepared for it.
Oh, way underprepared. I was like, I feel like I just showed up like, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
But let's talk about how that happened too. Have you signed up for one before?
No, that was my first one.
Oh, but you did half.
So I've done 3 halves.
Okay.
And then I've actually had 2 knee surgeries. So I took a break from running, and then I don't know, something about running just kept calling me back.
I was gonna ask, have you always been an athlete?
I grew up playing sports. I played baseball my whole life.
So somewhat athlete. Okay.
Yeah, and then
is that when you hit your knees, or how'd you hurt your knees?
I hurt the first time I hurt it playing baseball, and then the second time I think it was one of the half marathons because the last 4 miles.
You should have told me that before. I wouldn't have went for the full marathon.
The last 4 miles were downhill, and they were just hard on my knees. And then I went back to the doctor, and he's like, "Yeah, you snapped it again."
Damn. So were you worried about this one?
Nah.
Because this technically is not a marathon, right?
Nah, and I got a new knee, so they gave me a dude that he must have been a runner.
David Goggins knee and shit, or what? It's funny because you never told me this before.
Oh, I didn't.
Nah, yeah. I'm over here worried about my knees, and you're like, you'll be fine.
Nah. So I've had 2 surgeries. The first time the doctor went in there and just kind of buttoned it up. Then the second time I got a cadaver, so I got a knee from someone else.
Oh shit! It really is a knee from somebody else.
It's called a cadaver. So from someone that passes away. Yeah.
Oh shit!
So they give you a envelope with all the family information and stuff like that.
That's fucking wild.
So you can reach out and say thank you and stuff.
Did you?
I didn't. It was on my to-do list for a while.
At least you're fucking honest, I guess, right? I gotta respect honesty. But that makes sense why you're running faster than me.
That's why.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But so you signed up for half marathons, right? So how do you think we got to this point to sign up for that one? Because technically it wasn't a marathon, right?
I mean, by definition, it's considered an ultra.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't David Goggins 100 miles.
And what is all that to somebody who doesn't know? Because I didn't know.
I think an ultra marathon is anything over a marathon.
And what is a marathon?
26.2.
Okay.
So don't quote me on that. But
I think it's 26.1 or 2.
No. I know it's 26.2, but I think ultra is technically anything over than
above that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're officially ultra marathoners, man.
But do you consider it? Oh, ultra marathoners. Okay. But it was only 6 hours. Is in the marathon? Do you have to do it 6 hours? Is there a time limit?
I think there's a cutoff. Some of these marathons, they'll cut you off at 8 hours if you don't finish.
Shit, I thought it was 6 hours. That's why I was going so hard. Fuck.
But you did it.
Yeah, right? So, how did it lead up to us signing up? What do you remember about it?
It was actually your fault.
Yeah. No, it was your fault.
So one of my buddies that I met through work, he did it last year, and he mentioned it to me. And I was like, nah, man, that's stupid. I don't want to do that. And then I mentioned it to you.
And that was stupid, too.
And you were stupid. And you sent me a picture 2 days later. You're like, I signed up.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, this fool signed up. I have to now.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't even signed up at that point. So then I was like, you know what? I'll sign up. We'll do it. And that's the power of peer pressure.
Yeah.
There's good peer pressure and there's bad peer pressure.
Yeah.
So the other buddy that ran with us, he did it last year. He got 35 miles. And then this year he got 36.
Damn. That's tough. But yeah, because I remember you were mentioning it to me. You were telling me about your buddy. Yeah, he signed up for it. And you're like, I think I'm gonna do it, dude. I don't know yet.
Yeah.
And you're super nervous about it, and you're kind of just like, you couldn't even sit in the seat. You're like, I don't know, man.
I was hesitant, man.
And you're doing and you were doing a bunch of research too. You were looking at how much you run if you were able to do it, and I was like, dude, you could do it. You're built for this shit, right? So I started thinking, it's like, how the fuck am I gonna be like on a podcast talking about savage over average, and I'm over here like telling you, believing in you, you can do it, but I'm not believing in myself. So I'm like, fuck, man, that's not cool. So fuck it. Regardless he does it or not, like now that this is presented to me, and me realizing I don't want to do it, I have to fucking do it. Like, if not, like I'm gonna be a fucking punk.
Yeah.
Because I know that I could do it. You know what I mean? Even though I'm not a runner, like I'm pretty sure I could fucking will my way through it.
And I think reflecting back, that whole entire thing was just straight willpower, because we only signed up like less than 2 months before the race.
Yeah.
I think we signed up in like late March.
Yeah.
And the race was Memorial Weekend.
Yeah.
So we had 2 months to really get in like running shape for some of these people. They've been training for months, you know, and I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about it. It's crazy. But so we signed up for it, and we didn't even take it serious the first fucking week, maybe 2 weeks. Because prior to that, I would run, but I'd run a mile.
Yeah, and that's where I think our like workout competition started.
Oh yeah.
It was like, all right, let's do. I think we started with like 6 miles. We're like, let's do 6 miles this week. And then that lasted a week, and then we're like, all right, let's do 8 miles. But we were kind of like slacking, kind of not. And then probably like third weekend, we're like, hey, we got to get up to like 12, 15 miles a week.
Yeah.
And then probably towards the last couple weeks of April, I was pushing like 30 miles a week. I think you were getting close to 30 miles a week. And then we're like, all right, man, like this is getting serious now.
Because I think prior to that, the longest I ran was like an hour on a treadmill. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
So it was that probably 4 miles, 5 miles?
An hour like on the road with the vest on. But that was the longest I had ever ran, but that was like a while ago.
Yeah.
And then you started telling me, hey, dude, we got to get some long runs in. I was like, fuck, that fucking makes sense, dude.
Yeah.
But it's kind of scary. Now it's like, oh, shit.
Yeah, because that first 2-hour run we did, I think we knocked out like 10 miles.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but I was struggling the next day.
I was good.
I was struggling. I was like, man, I got to do this times 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was kind of like
I was struggling before because I was thinking like, fuck, 2 hours. How the fuck am I, like, that was like mind-boggling to me. How the fuck am I going to run 2 hours? But then you kind of put into perspective, we're not fucking running. We're like a slight jog. You know what I mean? So you're like, don't worry about it. The whole goal is to keep a conversation going. I'm like, oh, shit. Because we even started off, we were running too fast.
Yeah.
We kept having to slow down.
Yeah.
And that was all new to me because before it was all gas and shit. We're just fucking going. And then at the end, you're trying to hold on and trying to keep a pace going.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, so I felt way better after that.
And I think that was one of the things I learned through this training or through this like experience is like running is like ridiculously conversational. Like if you run two hours by yourself, you're gonna go crazy. But like we did a couple 2-hour runs and we just chatted the whole time.
Yeah.
And we're like, before we know, we're like, hey, our time's up. You know what I mean? So it was like, oh, okay. So running could be like a social event.
Yeah.
To an extent, kind of.
Yeah, well, because right before we ran, you told me, too, you said it's different when you're running with people. And I had never ran with anybody like that. Like maybe, 2-3 miles? So 2 miles? And it wasn't like we're talking because we're trying to go fast.
Yeah.
But that was a whole different experience. And I was like, oh, shit, the time does go different. Because there's times you don't even realize you're running because you're into the conversation. And when you're by yourself, you're just trying to, like, numb that pain.
Check it off,
You're just trying to numb that pain. Like, it hurts, but keep going. It's like a constant battle. And talking with somebody kind of takes the pressure off.
Yeah.
That was cool. So I think another thing is interesting is that we're completely 2 different fucking personalities. We attacked the run completely different.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So why are you laughing?
Because you can talk about like the planning versus the non-planning.
What do you think?
You know, my personality, my profession, I'm a planner, man.
Okay.
So I started mapping out weeks in advance. Like, all right, I'm going to wear these shoes. I'm going to wear these shorts. I'm going to bring these electrolytes, these waters, you know, all these things. I'm like, Robert, like, what are you going to wear on Saturday? same thing I always wear. I'm like, all right, man. Like, Robert, you gonna take some gels? I'll bring a banana. And I'm like, all right, man. I'll bring extra for you, bro. I got you.
Yeah. Shouts out to you because I'm a dumbass, and I didn't attack that with the seriousness I needed, dog.
But it's a learning experience.
You're like electrolytes. I was like, I don't need none of that. Be full of water and shit, right?
Yeah.
Like, but I had never done nothing like that, so that shit was fucking crazy.
YouTube University, bro.
Yeah,
And that's what it really was. I started going into a rabbit hole. I was like, man, I got to get these electrolytes. I got to get these gels. I got to start eating this.
Yeah.
It's good to educate yourself, but I almost felt like sometimes it was overwhelming.
But
like,
it's because sometimes I feel like they're just marketing. They're just trying to sell you on shit.
True.
So I'm like, I don't need this. Even when we started before we started running, I was wearing fucking Vans running.
Yeah, dude, bro. Yeah, I don't know how you did that.
And once we started taking it more serious, I was like, dude, you told me you need to get some shoes, and I'm like, that's expensive though, dude, right?
But it was a game changer, right?
Oh fuck yeah,
Yeah.
Fuck.
Could you imagine running 6 hours in Vans?
Oh, dude, I can't.
Like, after the race, did you have any blisters?
Nah.
If you were wearing Vans or you were wearing some, like, cheap,
They probably would have fell apart.
Yeah, they would probably fall apart. Your feet would have been shredded, bro.
Yeah. And as a runner, that's probably the most important gear. That's what they say, right? Because that's the only part that, like, you're come to contact with your body and the ground.
I would think, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And maybe some, like, shorts so you don't, like, chafe and stuff.
Yeah.
That stuff hurts.
Yeah. So, and then you were, like, super nervous before, right? Like, nervous, excited.
It was like a nervous excitement. Like, it was a nervous.
The closer we got, the more nervous you got.
Yeah, I think I was excited because I wanted to do it.
Yeah.
But I was nervous because I've never pushed my body, I think, physically to do something like that.
Oh, because you were saying, too, what did you say in the beginning? You said, what if I don't, one of your biggest fears was not reaching your goal.
And I didn't reach my goal, which I'm mad about.
But that wasn't the goal you originally had. What was your original goal?
So my original goal was 20 miles.
Okay.
And then we did a long run. And I'm like, bro, I could get 20 miles easy.
Yeah.
And then I switched it, and I was like, I'm going to get 30 miles. And then I read the stupid little pamphlet they sent us.
No. But you went from 20 to 26, though, didn't you?
Nah, I went straight from 20 to 30. Yeah.
Damn.
I'm going to do it.
Damn. Oh, yeah, you read that they said 31 is a special.
Yeah, it's like if you get 31, you get like a special medal or something. So I'm like, well, I'm going to get 31 miles.
Yeah. But it's crazy how in the beginning when we first signed up, my goal was just to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
My goal was like, dude, just to sign up, get there, and be able to run with everybody and not die.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And you said 20 miles. I was like, dude, 20 miles, that's fucking, for you, that's probably easy. Right? And it's just crazy how you put that limitation on yourself. Like, we all do that. We all put our limitations on ourselves when we have so much more in the fucking tank.
Yeah.
Untapped.
But I think it could go both ways, right? Like, it's a limitation. I was setting that limit on myself prematurely because it was before I even started training and anything like that. But at the same time, once I went through the process and I started the training, I think, being able to understand, like, what my body is truly capable of.
Yeah.
So you're right. It was a limitation.
I think you gain confidence, too.
It was a confidence and a limitation. Like, I set that initial limitation, and then as I was working through it and gaining that confidence, I was like, well, I need to up my goal.
Yeah, this is too easy.
I think it would have been easy for me to say, hey, I'm going to do 20 this year, and next year I'll do 30. But in the course of it, I was like, I'm going to up it this year.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and for me, the same, I had to up it, too, because I was just like, I just want to fucking finish it, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then after I learned what a marathon is, I'm like, damn, and I heard people do it in 6 hours. I'm like, well, I have 6 hours.
Yeah.
I guess I got to get 26. That was my fucking goal.
Mm-hmm.
That was fucking crazy, dude.
It was fun. And it's crazy to think, like, it was only a week ago right now we were running.
Yeah. Well, we're getting ready to run.
Oh, we're getting ready to run. Yeah, a little early.
So let's speak about that, too.
Okay.
So how was that day go? Like, you're nervous as fuck getting there?
You know what? I was. I remember waking up, like, way before my alarm. You know, all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I did, too.
Woke up way before my alarm. I went downstairs. I still got my normal, like, protein shake, but I didn't want to eat. I packed everything, picked you up.
It's funny because through the whole thing, I kind of didn't feel the nerves.
Yeah.
I didn't have any nerves.
Yeah.
It's just funny how it was like we're like the opposite and we're both doing the same thing. We both kind of did similar half-ass training, right? It's not like I was fully prepared. That's why it was just more, I don't know, it was different.
And I don't know what the difference is. I think maybe it's definitely personality.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of it was too is is
Well, because you're a thinker.
for sure.
And
sure.
me, I'm kind of just like, because I wasn't thinking, because prior you're like, hey, dude, what shorts are you wearing? I was like, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of running, right? But then after you told me that, I started thinking like, what if I don't have the right shorts? Fuck, well, it's too late now. But I started getting a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
You know? But I was like, well, fuck it. Fuck it is what it is. Let's just go. So, because during the whole thing, I kind of didn't overthink it too much.
And it's what you've been doing.
Yeah.
So then now that you've ran something like that,
yeah,
you see how your body reacts. Now you know, like, hey, next time, like, for example, me, I couldn't wear a cloth shirt because that just rubbed my nips raw, bro.
Yeah.
So I had to wear a different shirt, you know, and you learn that stuff just by trial and error.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
But once they said go, all the nerves were gone.
Yeah.
Once they said go, I didn't have a game plan.
Go ahead, my bad.
No, you're good. Like, I didn't have a game plan for the 6 hours. We got to the 6 hours and they said go, and I was like, all right, I guess I'm gonna start running. So then I left this fool. I left everyone else, and then I was like, we were by ourselves for 6 hours.
Because we were talking too. Are we gonna be running side by side the whole time? And I know you could run more than me physically, so I'm like, dude, like, don't fucking stay back because of me.
But I think that hurt me, and it probably hurt you.
Why?
Because we legit ran 6 hours by ourselves. We did not talk to anybody for 6 hours.
Yeah.
I think if we would have stayed together,
we could have hyped each other up, and probably
we could have ran probably the first 3 hours together, 4 hours, and then maybe we got to a point where we broke apart. Yeah. But I think that hurt us.
Yeah.
I feel like it hurt me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, well, that was the plan. And then going back to the plan, you were even telling me, like, hey, dude, I think I'm going to run them out, walk them out.
Yeah, that's true.
And you told me, like, what's your plan? I was like, just fucking run. Mm-hmm. Just run till I can't. Yeah. And then walk, and then run again till I can't. Like,
yeah.
I don't really fucking...
And all the plans went out the window for me. I didn't walk a mile, run a mile. I didn't do any of that.
Yeah. Because I told somebody, like, basically I'm like kind of like a fucking Marine, just kind of go out there, fucking gun blazing, and not the smartest, right? Just kind of get shit done. You're like a precision sniper.
Okay.
Like, you're sitting there waiting.
I'll take it.
Yeah, you're sitting there waiting for your target patiently and precise, right? And you're more accurate, like, boom, that's what's going to happen. Like, you have a plan, you have a goal. Me, I'm kind of just like, we're going to wait till we run to these motherfuckers and...
Well, I appreciate you saying that because that gives me an excuse now. I'll be like, hey, babe, I got to go buy a sniper rifle.
There you go. There you go. And then I feel like it was a little intimidating at first getting there.
It was, bro, because
we talked about it. Mm-hmm. We're like weird around our circle because we're runners. Or not even runners.
Because we've been running.
Because we've been running and because we try to work out and it's extreme. 5 a.m. runs, 2-hour runs.
Yeah.
People are like, what the fuck? You're fucking crazy. So we're like a big fish in a little pot. Mm-hmm. Once we got there, it was like we went to the big leagues.
Well, it immediately like humbled me as soon as we parked. And the dude next to us, I was like, what's up, man? Good morning. He's like, what's up? What are you doing? I was like, oh, I'm going to do the 6 hour. He's like, oh, yeah, I'm doing 100 miles. All right, bro. Good luck, man. I was like, jeez, all right.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
It's a new ball game.
Yeah.
And it was cool. It was humbling, but I think in a good way.
Yeah.
Because then that just...
It was like inspiring.
It was.
Humbling and inspiring.
It was. Because it's like... running is mental. So mental.
Yeah.
And I know there's a physical aspect to it for sure. But like if you're going out there for 24 hours on a run or a jog, whatever you want to call it, that's more mental than physical. Like, you have to physically train your body, but you're out there in the middle of BFE for a day. That's all mental.
Yeah. And then I think, too, going and seeing all the food people had, all the fucking drinks.
We weren't prepared with the snacks and the food.
I wasn't.
No.
My dumbass took a box of fucking fruit root fucking snacks, thinking that was going to be enough.
Did you eat anything?
Those fruit snacks.
That's all you ate.
And a banana.
See, that's where we messed up.
Yeah.
We messed up because I was reflecting back. We didn't take enough calories. Like, we didn't take enough calories in our body.
No, for sure.
For those 6 hours.
For sure.
We both crushed water and electrolytes. We drank probably 3 gallons each or whatever throughout the day. But we didn't have enough food to fuel our body.
And shouts out to you for taking those electrolytes, because I don't think I would have finished without that shit, dog. Because you told me, like, I'm going to take water, so I didn't take no water. Because you're like, I'm going to take a shitload of water. I'm going to take a thing with big ass jugs of water. All right, we're cool. And you told me about the electrolytes, and you're like, yeah, this one, whichever one you want to get. I'm like, I'll be all right with just water.
Yeah.
Nah, dog.
It is a game changer.
Yeah, bro.
And I know like some people say it's the placebo effect.
Fuck
and
no.
if that's what you want to call it.
Go run that shit and tell me what's a placebo effect and what's not, dog.
Because it was tough, bro.
Yeah. So,
and then it started getting hot. Probably like
halfway.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. The sun peeked through, and I love the sun. But that day, I was like, bro, go away.
So what was your like once it went off and we started running? How did it go for you? What would you say the first hour, 2 hours, 3 hours?
So when we went off,
okay,
the first I think like lap or two was still a little awkward for me. Like I wasn't fully prepared. Like when I went to that, we had a pre-race meeting.
Just to let everybody know too, it wasn't like a long ass run. It was a mile loop. Mm-hmm. It was just a mile loop on a ranch.
Yeah, it was a farm.
Farm ranch, yeah.
And we were able to have a table set up with our snacks that we passed every mile. Yeah. So that we were able to get water or snacks or whatever
even
it is.
Sit down. You could you could even take a break or whatever.
So the first like 2 laps was just trying to get in a groove. I was like, oh, I gotta stop and get my glasses real quick. Oh, I gotta stop, and I think I had like my keys in my pocket, like drop those off. Like I wasn't fully prepared that we were gonna go straight from the meeting to run. Yeah. And then once those first 2 laps were good, I felt like I was gonna run 50 miles. Dude, the first three hours, I was like, this is easy. I got it. And by no means easy running, a 7-minute pace like some of the other guys.
That was wild.
But at the end of 3 hours, I was at 17 miles. So I was like, bro, I'm going to meet my goal. I started doing the math. I was ready to go. Mile 18, I hit a wall. And it took me like almost 2 hours to walk 2 miles. I hit a wall, bro. And I could not like get my legs to move faster than walking. Yeah. But I was like, I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to sit down, because if I sit down, I'm not going to get back up. And then I actually FaceTime my kids. Yeah. I FaceTime my kids, and I'm like, oh, look at the horse, look at the pigs, look at the chickens. And then my son was like, Dad, why are you walking? I thought it was a run.
Damn.
So I'm like, all right, man, I'll talk to you later.
And then after that, you started running? Did that kind of like motivate you to?
I probably jogged, let me do the math. I probably jogged till 26 miles. And then I started doing the math again, which is good but bad, because my goal was 31. But then right when I got to like 5 hours, I still had 5 miles left. So I was like, if I run a 10-minute mile for the last hour, I'll be fine. I put my AirPods in, and I started going. And I felt like I hit a good zone, a good rhythm. And then when I crossed my last lap, I only had like 6 minutes left. And I was like, I'm not going to have time for the last mile. So then that's where I ended right there. Mm-hmm.
And what was hurting? Or what was the problem?
I just felt like my entire calves were just locking up. Like
cramping?
I'm surprised my knees were fine. My feet felt okay. It was just my calves. They felt like they were on fire.
Because even, I was worried about my knees too. Because the week leading up to it, my knees started fucking like feel a little something, you know what I mean? So I'm like, fuck, dude.
And I think it helped that it wasn't like a paved road. We had dirt, we had that gravel, grass, that gravel. I think that helped a lot. Like our feet were filthy. Yeah. But I would take that than running on the street. Yeah. And then, like you said, the first 3 hours, I feel like we're both doing good. Mm-hmm. Even though we're different, because there was a part on the run where it loops around, so you got to pass certain people at a certain time, and that's where we kept running into each other for the longest, right? Like we're separate, but we were looking forward to that moment. Yeah. Where the fuck's Anthony at? Where the fuck this was gonna? She should be coming up right now, right? And then what's up, Robert? All right, cool, hell yeah, keep going. We're both kind of like seeing that moment, and then after that 3 hour mark, we kind of went a little MIA.
I feel like I ran into you later, and I'm like, oh shit, I know, like I felt it, but now I know for sure I'm slowing down because this was hitting the same fucking spot.
It was a combination of both of us slowing down, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt I was. You look like you were fucking good.
I was trying to fake it till I make it, man.
You're doing a good job, dog. Because there was even a point where, because I hit that wall first, and there was a point where you were still running with your fucking AirPods on, singing and shit. Like if you're running through fucking, like you're running on the goddamn beach, That's what you were doing. You were just
That's what I look like?
That's what you look like.
I look like Baywatch or what?
Some shit like that. And I'm right here struggling in the fucking desert with no water. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, this one. Come on, Robert, let's go. This and that. Come on, finish strong. I'm like, this motherfucker. God damn. How the fuck this was still going? Fuck it. Because you even caught up to. You passed me up like twice.
I don't remember exactly, but I know we probably in the first 3-4 hours we passed each other probably 10 times.
Yeah.
And then the last 2-3 hours, we were kind of like, I could see you ahead of me, but I'm like, I'm gonna try to catch him, but
I didn't even know. I didn't even know.
You didn't know that, but I saw you because I saw the shirt.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna try to catch him, but at that point, I was doing my little like, and it was I was trying to get you, but I couldn't get to.
Yeah, that shit was tough because I think up until the 3 hours, I know me for myself, I had ran without stopping. The first 3 hours, I didn't stop. I stopped for water.
Yeah.
I stopped for water, but I didn't stop like because I got tired or anything. Same for you?
Yeah, the first 3 hours, I went straight through. I even, my wife called me, and I was talking to her, and I was like, I feel good, babe. 3 hours in, and then I hung up with her, and like within minutes, my body was,
damn.
Yeah. So I was like, damn, it was her fault.
Shit. Yeah, and then my problem was like I felt like my tendons or my knees, some shit, my legs were like just fucking hurting, dog. Cramping up bad. Because you even said there was a point where you seen me and you're just like, damn, this ain't gonna finish it.
I think it was probably around the halfway mark.
Bro, that shit's
where I was like,
wild.
I was trying to encourage you, but at the same time, I was like, hey, bro, like, we both got to go to work on Tuesday because it was a holiday weekend. I was like, don't push yourself so much that you lose income.
Yeah.
So I was like, if you got to sit down, sit down. And I was like, I don't want to tell him that, but if he legit needs to sit down, he needs to sit down. And I was very surprised that you did not. You just kept going. And I'm like, damn, this was wild.
Yeah, because you're like, hey, Rob, I brought that massage gun. Go sit down.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. And I was like, but we're still kind of like neck and neck. So I'm like, I was trying to get me to sit down. In the beginning, I was trying to get me to sit down so he could make a couple of laps and shit. But then it came to a point where I was like, nah, this fool's already passed me. I don't know how many times. It's not even that. Like, we're not even competing really no more.
But the wild thing is we weren't competing against each other. Subconsciously we were because we were
I think
competitive.
In the beginning, dog. And then towards the end, it wasn't.
But at the end of the day, we were a lot closer than I think we expected.
Yeah.
Or at least I expected.
Yeah, for sure.
I give you props, bro. No knock on you.
Yeah.
But I was thinking you were going to get maybe like 20 miles.
Yeah.
And this fool, you got 27 miles.
Yeah. That shit was fucking crazy.
I don't know how, because, and it's not even like a body thing, but you look at everyone that was there, they're all small little like white dudes that are like skinny and weigh 100 pounds, and that's just all they do is just run.
Yeah.
And then like
the majority of those people, they were like super slim.
Yeah, and not that you're not slim, but like you're tall.
I was one of the biggest dudes there.
You were probably the biggest dude out there.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
And you just kept on going, bro.
Yeah. I
don't know how.
Yeah, I don't know. It was that 3 hour mark. I hit that wall, and then it hit me. I remembered I had a banana in my bag because all I had was those fruit snacks. I'm eating those motherfuckers, and they ain't doing nothing. They ain't helping at all. Yeah. So my legs started cramping up bad, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I wish I had a banana right now. I was like, you know what? Fuck, I do got one in my bag. I stopped, ate that shit, drank some of those electrolytes. I swear I was fucking felt like I got some energy. Like in a video game, once you get the little fucking energy, the little health kit. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, bro. I started getting a cool little jog for a cool little 30 minutes, 45 minutes. I was like, oh shit, all right, cool. I think we got something now.
And I think that's just a lack of experience on our part.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of people I saw running with like a breakfast burrito. Or like they would stop, because you know how they had the full spread. So there was a lot of people who were stopping and
I didn't know that before.
Yeah, right? So that's just a lack of experience. Yeah. So I think when my body started locking up like that, I went and I got a couple pieces of bacon.
Yeah, you told me that.
And I was like, maybe some protein. Like, I don't know. Like, I was just trying to throw, something at the wall and see what stuck. And then that helped me a little bit. But then after the race, too, like, I had no desire to eat. But my body was struggling.
Yeah. Because you don't realize how much energy you're fucking burning, dude.
That's why I was laughing, because in the morning, you're like, hey, bro, afterwards, like, I'll buy you lunch. And I was like, we'll talk after.
Yeah.
Not that I didn't want to go to lunch with you, but I felt like afterwards, we might not want to.
Yeah.
And then after the race, you want to just go home? Hell yeah.
It wasn't even like, hey, fool, you ready or what? Hey, what's up, dog? I'm by the truck. What the fuck you doing, dog? We already took pictures and shit. I was ready to go, bro.
Yeah.
You know what was dope as fuck too about it is like a whole being around people that are like-minded.
I kind of have like one little complaint is I wish it would have been more like we did good on our long runs because of our conversations, right? Everybody that I was passing, they were just, it's because it's so mental, so they're just in their zone. So I feel like I wish I would have been able to, going back, either partner with someone or start with you and just be like, hey bro, we're going for a cool 6-hour jog. Yeah. And I think we would have went further. And every time like someone would pass me or someone I would pass them, good morning, like nobody wants to talk, and I don't blame them.
Or that they have their headphones in, they're fucking zoning out.
They're in the zone, yeah. And I was playing a guessing game too, because the first 2-3 hours I had no music, then I popped them in, then I took them out, and then I popped them back in. I was just trying to make it work.
See what was helping you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that show was crazy. And then it's crazy because like those even dudes out there doing burpees in between miles.
Yeah,
and I started questioning myself, bro. Like,
so that's what was really cool about the event is because even if you weren't technically signed up for the event, you can participate.
Yeah.
So there was people who were like running miles
with their person,
with their friend to help them, or their wife or husband or whatever it may be, or like that dude, he was getting people kind of parked off to the side, like, hey, let's do a set of burpees. So the dude with the wheelbarrow?
Yeah.
That fool was wild.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
So there was this dude out there with the wheelbarrow.
And
with
a big-ass speaker.
Yeah, a big old speaker. Big old speaker. And he was just a vibe. Every time I heard his music coming from behind me, I was like, all right, cool. But then once, like, he passed me or I passed him, if I heard the music again, I was getting worried. I was like, am I going slow? Is he going fast? Like, what's the deal? But it was cool, man. I mean, it was a stupid experience, but I'm already like, I got to do better next year.
Yeah.
Like, I've already made it up that I'm going to do it again next year.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to convince my wife, too.
Yeah. To do that one or a different one or?
Either.
Both?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I know you sent me that one that you're doing in September. Yeah. So now I'm like, well, if we're in town or if we're not doing anything, like, I want to do it.
Yeah.
I don't know much about it, but I'm like, well, if Robert's doing it, I got to do it now, too.
Let's do it, dog.
Because there's one I'm trying to convince her in Ventura in October, I believe. A half marathon and a full marathon. So.
What do you mean, both?
So they have.
Oh, it's either one?
Yeah. So they have the option.
Oh, okay.
So I was trying to tell her that you do the half, I'll do the full. Like, let's do it.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So.
And then the other one, the one I signed up for is a Spartan. So that's completely fucking.
That's one at Angel Stadium, right?
Yeah, bro.
So that one's fun because I actually did the kids version of it with my kids.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So probably about 2 years ago, my son and my daughter, I signed them up, and then they let their parents like go with them.
Yeah.
And the obstacles and stuff, like for kids, it's nothing crazy, but it's cool to see them do it, run through the stadium and all that. But then you glance over and you see like what the real Spartan race is doing. It's no joke, bro.
Yeah.
So
get ready.
Get ready.
I'm trying to. It's I use the same app that we use for the countdown for that other race.
Okay.
So it's 111 days. I got to get my ass in the best shape.
Okay. So 3.5 months.
I don't guess. Yeah.
Okay.
It's the best shape. I'm planning on getting on the best shape I've ever been in.
So what's your like course of action to get to that?
Diet. That's the first diet because it's a lot of it's pull-ups, a lot of it's monkey bars, and running, moving.
What's a monkey? Oh, like monkey, like a playground monkey bars.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna have to what is it? The rings where you hang on them and you got to swing. So the less I weigh, the easier all that shit's gonna be.
Okay.
So that's where it's gonna start, and then going into doing pull-ups in the gym more.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Keep the running up too.
All right. So then what's your diet? Are you going to do like a specific?
Nah, I'm just going to just track my calories and high protein.
Okay.
You know what I mean? No sweets, no fucking soda, none of that shit. Basically, like...
You don't eat any of that anyways.
Yeah, I know. Well, the sweets I was kind of somewhat fucking with. Because of the runs, I'd be like, I'll run this shit off. You know what I mean? Which, no, fuck that. You know what I mean? But now I like it because I look at it like a boxer training for a match. So it's like that kind of helps keep me like in check and like working out the days I don't want to work out. It's gonna be like, okay, well, I gotta fucking be ready for this fucking day.
That accountability piece.
Yeah, the same with the run, because there was times where I was like, I don't want to fucking run. I really don't want to run. It's fucking raining. It's cold as fuck. My body hurts, but it's like, damn. When that what was it, the ultra marathon? When that day comes, I want to be ready.
Yeah.
So all these days I had to do to be ready for that day, right?
And I think you probably experienced this is even the days you don't want to run, you get out there and you run, 8-10 minutes, then you're like, oh, I'm good. Like, I'm glad I'm out here. I'm glad that I'm gonna knock this out right now.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, bro, that halfway part in that run, that's what got me. And I felt like I was questioning myself. How did that happen to you?
It became mental. Okay. Like, I was having like conversations with myself, like, you know what, man, if you don't meet your goal, it's all right. Like, it's all right. And then I'm like, nah, man, like, I still got 3 hours. I still got 2 hours. Like, and then a part of me got to the point where I knew I wasn't going to get 31. So then I was like, would I rather get 30 or would I rather get 27 or whatever? Because I'm like, I'm going to be pissed if I'm 1 mile shy.
Yeah.
But I really thought I could get to it. And I pushed the last like hour, and I didn't get to it.
Yeah.
But I am glad that I made 30 miles instead of, if I would have said screw it and just stop at like 25 or something.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, it was the same. I ran the 3 hours. I got like 19 miles too, or 20. I was like 20. I was like, oh, this shit's fucking easy. Like, not easy, but it's like, this shit. If I did this much halfway, 6 more miles in fucking 3 hours, that's gonna be cake. But nah, dog, that's when all those fucking fatigue set in, muscle fucking fatigue. And you realize, like, how much longer it takes when you're walking. Yeah,
because I'm like, in real math and I guess, like, runner's math is different.
It sounds good on paper, but in reality, that shit don't play out like that.
Because I'm like, I could go for a walk, and I could probably walk a mile in 20 minutes, say. Like, an easy walk. Bro, it took me way longer than 20 minutes to walk a mile there.
It felt like it took like 30, 35 minutes. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on
And
here?
before I knew it, I'm like, 3 hours just turned into 4.5. And my mileage isn't going up much.
Exactly. That's the same shit that hit me. And I was like, dude, I don't think I'm going to get 26. I'm like at 22 or something. I don't think I'm going to fucking get it. So I was like, what the fuck? That shit started like fucking with me mentally.
Yeah.
And then not only that, but when we're running through the
barn,
the checkpoint, when we're running through the checkpoint, they tell you how many miles you have, or you have a screen, or they tell you. Towards like the 4 or 5 hour mark, they were saying that shit was not refreshing.
That's why I ain't trying to complain, but I think they shorted me a lap.
Yeah.
I think they shorted me a lap.
They shorted me like 3 of them too.
Yeah, you too, huh?
No, but that sucked though, because you didn't know where you stood.
But it is legit, right? I mean, they had a glitch in the system, but I think they got it taken care of because they're like a true like.
No, but I'm saying in that moment, because like if you see how much you have left, some people might be like me, fuck, I don't know if I can make it, and I need 2 more. Oh yeah, you know what? I can fucking do this. But if you're like, you don't know what you need, you don't know how far you have to go. That's the unknown.
Yeah. That's true.
The unknown is fucking scary. Once you know what it's gonna cost, like, okay, 2 miles, okay, I got this. But if you're going, you feel like shit. You feel like you can't fucking go another 1 mile, and you think you have 5 more to go. You're gonna want to give up.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Because I walked by and I told him how much, and I think I was like at 24 before. And he's like, oh, it's not fucking refreshing. And I don't even remember what lap, because I'm not counting. I don't remember what fucking lap I'm on. So I'm like, shit, dude, I don't know. Well, fuck it. Just keep fucking going, I guess. And I think on mile 25, I went and I had like an hour left. So I was like, well, I got to finish this 25th one, and then I got to get 26. You know what I mean? So I was like, 30 minutes, like a slow-ass jog. If I don't stop, I think I could do it if I don't stop. And the crazy part is, when I stopped, my fucking legs hurt more.
Oh, yeah.
That's weird.
Like after the race?
No, during.
No, but I'm saying like both, right? Like directly after the race?
I didn't run after the race, so I don't fucking know.
No, but just like walking to the truck. I don't know about you, but that was painful for me.
Yeah.
And then like walking up when I got home, the driveway.
Getting in and out their fucking truck was fucking painful. That shit was like, God damn. But it was crazy because I never experienced something like that where I was running and I stopped because it hurts, right? It wasn't even like I'm out of breath because it's slow.
Yeah.
It was a slow little jog, but it's for hours. It takes a toll on you. So my knees, my joints are hurting. So I would stop and, oh shit, I'm fucking walking like I can't walk.
Yeah.
Cramps like a motherfucker. I was like, dude, this fucking hurts more than running. So I started telling myself, what pain do you want? The pain of fucking walking and you know you're not doing your best? Or the pain of fucking running, knowing you give it all you can?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Leave it all out there. That's what I kept telling myself too during it. I was like, fuck it, man. I'll worry about this shit later. I'll fucking cry about this shit later. I'll ice this bitch later. But you only got 6 hours to leave everything you got here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got to push this shit as much as I fucking can.
And the wild thing to think about is like, we looked at 6 hours as like, this is like a pedestal. Like that's a
Mount
big,
Everest.
That's a big lofty goal. And you get there and it's like 6 hours is the baby one.
Yeah.
You got people there doing 12, 24, 100 miles. And I'm like, all right. I got some work that I can still do.
Bro. That's crazy, huh? That's crazy. I like that though.
What do you mean?
Like I liked it. Like you said, like, you know, it puts you into perspective. You're around your people. You're around people that you fucking, like, make you want to do better. Because if 6 hours was the most, you're like, oh, I'm already doing the most I can do.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
But once you go into that environment when you're like, oh, shit, these fools doing more, there's always more. You just got to get around those people that are doing more.
And, I mean, there's a whole community out there, right?
Yeah, but when you're not in it, you feel like an outsider around your people. That's how I feel.
And it is tough, too, because something as silly as, like, going on a morning run, there's not a lot of people out there
that are doing that.
Not like, if I go for a morning run, maybe I'll come across one person.
Yeah.
So then it starts, like how do you build that community then? Like, we kind of had it, but we only met for, 2-3 runs? Because we live close, but not too close where it's like, hey, I'll meet you on the corner.
Yeah.
So it's like, it was so much easier for us to run together if that could be a more consistent thing.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And what was I going to say? I don't remember what the fuck I was going with that. But, what the fuck were we talking about?
The race?
Yeah, the race, but fuck.
Your legs?
My legs. My bad. We're recording. Oh, that's another thing. We're recording this early as fuck in the morning today.
Yeah.
Why?
Because we got obligations, man.
No. But because we couldn't do it. Like,
Oh,
we had
you were sick.
We had to keep rescheduling it.
You were sick,
Yeah,
bro.
we had to keep rescheduling it, and I ran so much I got fucking sick. That's why if I sound like shit, that's why, because I got fucking...
Yeah, man.
Bro, I did not know that was a thing.
Maybe it is. Maybe
No, it is.
Maybe, I don't know.
I Googled it. Max said it. Max, if it's on the internet, it has to be true. Right? They said if you run a marathon, it's common to get sick after.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I even asked my wife about it. Because my wife, she works in the medical field. And she's like,
That was just being a little bitch.
She was like, did he run himself into rhabdo? And I'm like, English. Like, what is rhabdo?
So you fucking die and shit?
I don't know a rhabdo. And it was like muscle breakdown. Like if you went so hard that you're breaking down your muscles and your body, blah, blah, blah. I don't know the correct definition. I'm like, I don't know, babe. But he's sick. I don't know if he's really sick. But then, like, you made me laugh because you even sent me a voice message. Hey, man, if you think I'm not sick, this is my voice. I really am sick. And I'm like, nah, I believe you, man. I believe you.
Yeah. And that was me sounding better, too. I sounded way worse.
Did you go to work all week?
No. I took some days off.
Okay.
Yeah, bro. But it's crazy because they said, like, literally you run your immune system so low.
I mean, and we didn't put anything in our body during that time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so that's fucking crazy. I never fucking knew that.
Yeah.
But when I was going that last hour, I was going so fucking hard. Like, I'm fucking crazy, right? So I literally told myself, like, you're going to go until you fucking fall or until you pass out, until whatever. Because I was going through, like, what is it, like an identity crisis, right? Because I started questioning myself. Am I a fucking savage? You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a whole podcast. I'm fucking shooting this message to everybody. I'm saying all this shit. But, like, I really want to fucking quit right now.
Yeah.
And nobody's looking. And everybody would be like, that's okay.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Everybody would be like, you did your best. You did fucking better than you thought you could. It's okay. It's your first one. Everybody would say all this fucking shit. So I'm questioning myself like, damn, this shit really fucking hurts right now. I'm not fucking prepared. I can use that as an excuse. I don't have the right nutrition. I'm not a fucking runner. I'm the fucking biggest dude out here. All this fucking bullshit excuses, right, that I could pull, and people would think they're valid. I'm even thinking myself there might be valid.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I was having an identity crisis where I'm like, dude, I'm not a fucking savage.
And listening to you tell this story of like your mental process during this time, it's kind of making me think like the importance of making sure you're surrounding yourself with people that are going to be truthful. Because it would have been easy, like you said, for all those people to say, hey, good job. You tried your best. But you need someone in your circle or some people in your circle to be like, hey, man, your goal was 26. You didn't reach 26. Accountability. Yeah, you didn't reach 26. Yeah. Next year you need to do, or next time you need to do better. Not like, oh, it's all right. You tried your best. Like, I'm sure you did try your best. Like, it was probably the most physically demanding challenge I've ever done.
Same.
So I think ultimately we did try our best. Yeah. But falling short of our goal isn't like it's okay thing. It's like, all right, what do I need to do differently next time?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Did you have any of that? Like, I guess identity crisis or thinking like, fuck, I'm not really a fucking runner. I'm not really.
It had nothing to do with, in my mind, of like, I'm a runner or not. It was kind of more like a follow through thing. Like, I wanted to make sure that I was following through on what I signed up for. And whether that meant making my goal or not, like, I think both of us ultimately, our entire, regardless of the mileage, was to move for 6 hours. Yeah. So, like, I didn't stop. We didn't take a nap. I think I stopped for the porta potty once.
Yeah. But, like, necessities.
In terms of the actual race, both of us had the goal to not stop for 6 hours. Yeah. So I wasn't thinking of, like, if I don't reach my mileage goal, I'm a failure. I was more of thinking, like, if I don't physically finish, that's what I'm going to call a failure. Yeah.
That's how I started off, but going into it and seeing where my mileage was at, I was like, dude, you got to get 26. Yeah. You're at 23, 24, like, you were going to kick yourself in the ass for missing it by a few miles. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, fuck. And then I was on Instagram fucking updating every hour. Mm-hmm. Right? So that's some sort of kind of ability, too.
And those were funny, man. I went home that night and I was watching them.
What part? The one after?
No. I mean, the one after was funny, but it was one of them, like, halfway through, you were just like, you're videotaping, right? And you're like, I'm looking for this full Anthony. Can't see him. Where's he at? Oh, there he is.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it would be cool to, like, take people along with it to show them that, like, they might think I'm a fucking, this fool's fucking savage, he runs, or this fool's been running all the time. Like, nah, bro, those times I walked, those times I fucking was doubting myself, those times I wanted to quit. Like, towards the end, that's, you know what I mean? That's a lot of it was that.
Just transparency.
Yeah, bro. So it was crazy. It was crazy. And it was, like, emotional for me because I was thinking, just like, fuck, am I really, like, what I think I am? And is this my chance to fucking prove it? Like a Rocky moment or like a Creed moment, right? Like in the movies.
But then it's also a chance for you to see, like, look how far you've come. Yeah. Not that this is the end goal, but it's an opportunity to see, look how far I've come, whether it be physically, mentally, with your training, with your diet, whatever it is. Because if I would have approached you, if I would have met you, say 3 years ago, and I would say, hey, Robert, I'm going to do this run. Would you have been like, yeah, I'm down, bro?
I'd be like, good for you. You're fucking, that's cool.
Right?
Or you're fucking crazy. What do you mean? Why would you pay to run?
So, yeah, right?
That shit's free outside.
It was expensive, too.
Why would you go pay to run?
But it was like an opportunity, I think, to reflect back, too, and be like, 3 years ago, I wouldn't have ran a marathon. Yeah. So, something to think about.
I feel like in the moment, I didn't think that. In the moment, I'm just thinking, like, fuck, man. Am I really this? Am I really that? This is my chance to prove it to myself more than anything. And because I think I even said in one of the videos, like, I'll worry about dying later. I'll worry about the pain later. Like, in the moment, like, press forward, regardless of anything. Even one of the ladies in charge, bro, she asked me if I was all right. Because I think I looked really bad. Because towards the end, people were asking me, like,
I think it was your hair. Your hair was all wild, bro.
Probably. My beard, too. My beard was all fucked up. Because people, like, during the last hour, people were like cheering me on more. I don't know if it was everybody. Maybe they were just cheering everybody on. But I felt like I was barely moving, and people were fucking cheering me on. Like, God damn, I don't know how he looks like he's about to fucking fall, but he's still going. Because that's how I felt, dog.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm very surprised, honestly, that I didn't fall in like the grass area. I didn't like the grass area.
Yeah.
I felt like I was gonna hit like a little divot.
Yeah.
And just go down.
Yeah, I think I almost did. In the first 2 or 3 miles, because you're learning the kind of terrain. You know, and you want to look forward because there's a lot of people. You don't want to be bumping into people. Those are a shitload of people. So, and you don't know where to run. You don't know where to place your feet. And yeah, that show's crazy. I was like, I'm not gonna fucking sprain my fucking ankle. That shit would just fucking suck, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was worried, like the grass area for my knee. Just like I didn't want to fall into a divot, and because that's the last thing I wanted to do was go home, and my wife be like, "See, you signed up for this, and then you got hurt."
Now I gotta take care of your ass and shit.
Yeah, I came home and I was like, "I'm good, babe. I'm good."
There you go.
Crying inside.
And then the cool thing I think too is that there was a lot of kids.
There was, man, and that's one thing I told my wife. I said next year, not the whole time, because 6 hours is a long time, but I would want my kids there to see, not me necessarily try to win something like that, but like, hey, I set out a goal, and come the last 2 hours to see me fighting through the struggle of accomplishing the goal that I set out. Like, not just in terms of running, but just like in life, right? Like, you know, I don't want my kids to be a bunch of pansies, so I need them to see and learn by action, not just learn by me telling them what to do and then I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, because I think that's going to be the most memorable lesson right there, too. Because I remember Dad went to that race, and he fucking, I don't know how he did it, but he did it. Instead of you telling them. You telling people it's not the same.
Yeah, and I think that's why I was intentional with wanting to FaceTime them, too. Like, I don't know, just planting little seeds. Yeah. So I told them the name of it. I told them what it was. So even like yesterday we had some friends over, and they were like, "My dad ran the Nanny Goat," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's right. Brag about me."
Yeah, and it normalizes it. You know what I mean? It makes it normal to go run instead of like, fuck that. I would never do something like that. Like a lot of parents say, right? You make it like where your kids don't even want to do it because
you've already told them. You've already kind of like made up their mind for them.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And then there was even did you see that one kid? She was walking. She was like kind of big though.
I think I know who you're talking about. Like a young girl?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that was dope as fuck. That shit was motivating me, bro.
And she was there the whole. I think she walked.
She walked the whole thing.
The whole entire time though.
Yeah. But I just seen her and I was like, she probably like 12, 13.
Yeah, she was young.
But she was like a bigger kid. And I was like, fuck, she's fucking walking the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like that to me. And then the old dude with the fucking sticks.
Oh yeah.
The old geezer.
He had to be 75 years old, dude.
Bro.
75, 80 years old, and he would not stop.
Bro, when I was walking and my shit was locking up, this fool passed me up, dog. And that shit fuck with me too. Like, bro, I don't even know what lap he's on, but just you physically passing me up, it's like a mental. It was so mental. Old ladies, like old grandmas, bro, passing me up. And I'm right here barely walking. I might be ahead of them mileage-wise. But just seeing that and feeling that, it's like, dude.
Well, and I don't know about you, but for me, the last like probably hour and a half, I started like picking people. And I'm like, all right, green shirt, I'm going to pass you by the time I get to the barn.
Yeah.
You know, all right, red shirt, I'm going to get you by the time we get to the cone. Because I needed something that was going to like keep me still going forward and trying to get a little bit faster than just like, I'm going to stay in my lane. And if I get it, I get it.
Yeah. No, I didn't. I swear, my shit was a little blurry too, dog. I wasn't even. It was crazy, bro. Cause all I did was shouts out to fucking Eminem and Nate Dogg.
Okay.
Cause I was bumping Till I Collapse for the last 2 hours.
But what Nate Dogg song?
Till I Collapse.
He's on that?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, bro.
I never knew that.
I think so. Let's look it up.
I think you're tripping. Nate Dogg isn't on Till I Collapse.
I think so, dog.
I don't think so, man. What does Google say?
What is Mac? Yeah, bro.
For real?
Yeah. Yeah. He's on the chorus. I heard it for 2 fucking hours. Like, I listened to all the lyrics, dog.
All right.
Because it was like, till I collapse, and now that shit hit so well because I was like, till I collapse. Like, I'm going to fucking go until this fucking body I got drops. And if I can, I'm going to get the fuck up and try to shake it off and keep going. Like, these fools are going to have to fucking make me quit. They're going to have to be like, you cannot compete in this no more. Like, that, or I'm going to be that guy that the fucking ambulance shows up for and like, I'm good. Nah, I'm good. Let me go.
I'm not trying to pay for that.
Bro, straight up.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, I'm literally going to go give it all out. Like, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I went to like a deep, I guess, like a deep fucking, I don't want to say dark, but kind of dark, like mental state. But I used it.
I think we've had this conversation before. It's like the power of the brain, right?
Yeah.
The power of like mental, that's what it really came down to. You probably should have stopped multiple times, right?
Yeah.
But your mentality and the power of that mentality is like, I'm just going to keep going.
Yeah. Because I started thinking too, I was like, man, I was worried about my knee hurting. My knee ain't even fucking hurting, dog. You're being a little bitch right now.
Did it hurt the next day?
Nah.
No?
My muscles hurt, like my joints or my tendons, but like the knee that I thought was going to be giving me problems, it didn't. So I started thinking like, dude, that's what you thought was going to stop you. Now it's what? Muscle fucking is cramping?
Yeah.
Fuck it, homie. Just keep fucking moving these motherfuckers so they don't move. And there was a couple times, there was a lot where I was just an autopilot. I didn't even, like, there's miles where I didn't even, I guess, like, I kind of zoned out where I'm running. But, like, if somebody talked to me, I'd be like, huh, what? Because I'm just playing shit in my head or listening, focusing on the music or thinking thoughts.
Yeah.
Where it was just kind of like a mindless fucking autopilot, bro. Did you have any like that?
There was a couple points. So probably like the last hour and a half, 2 hours when I was just hitting my wall. That's when I put my AirPods back in. And I was just listening to, the entire time I was listening to like my worship music. So that's when you were saying like I was singing and stuff. I was like, you know what? I'm going to just give it to God, man.
He was pushing you, dog. Jesus was behind you and shit because you were fucking flying.
Yeah, so that's what really helped me, man. Like I just kind of removed myself from the race. Okay. And then I was just like, I'm going to just take some time. I'm listening to my music. I'm just going to be with God. And I'm a singer, bro, as you know. And there was a couple times people would look at me strange. But even like the guy who won.
You knew him?
Yeah, I knew him.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah, he ran 45 miles, straight crushed it. And he was
7:45 paced.
Yeah, for 6 hours.
6 hours, dog.
Stupid, man. That's stupid. But yeah, so there was like after the race, he's like, man, I heard you, singing your worship music, man. I was like, I was trying, dude. I needed something. I was struggling. I was struggling real bad.
Yeah.
So, by the grace of God, we finished safe. No one got hurt.
Yeah, that was a big thing.
We were alive.
None of us shut our pants. I was worried about that. That's why I didn't want to eat nothing, bro.
I agree, dude. I was even asking my wife for Imodium or whatever it's called. I think it constipates you for a little bit. Because I was like, I don't want to be out there and have to be chilling with the pigs,
Yeah, no shit. No shit. So you definitely going to do it again?
Oh, 100%.
This one?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I think I'll even do additional ones.
Okay.
But for sure this one again because it was close. It was easy. It was, I don't want to say fun, but it was fun. It was enjoyable. So I'll be back again next year.
Yeah.
You?
And then it's funny because I hung up my running shoes. I was like, I retired those motherfuckers.
So you're going to get new ones?
Nah. I retired them. I don't need them no more. It's funny because somebody told me something about a race. Like, oh, some other one. And I was like, Nah, I'm good. I got one. I'm good. I'm not gonna do that shit no more.
Okay.
That's how I felt, but definitely gonna do it again. You have to, right? Because you gotta keep going forward. You can't go backwards, dog.
And that's the thing is like, it doesn't necessarily have to be that exact race.
Yeah.
But now it got me looking into just, like, for example, my wife and I are going on vacation in next month. So it's like, hey, is there any races while we're out there? Like, maybe that's part of how we start thinking of vacations or how we start thinking of like trips, right? Because I don't know, for me, I want to be physically in shape. My wife wants to be physically in shape, but just setting that example for my kids that like running a half marathon or a 5K isn't abnormal. Going on a hike for our vacation isn't abnormal. It doesn't have to always just be sitting there,
the movies, going to the movies, going out to eat, going to Disneyland and shit like that. It's fun, it's cool,
Yeah.
But yeah, normalizing like shit like that. Yeah. I think I'm gonna definitely. Well, that's what got me to sign up for the Spartan. I was like, dude, I think doing that shit, we kind of like expanded our minds, right? Because you can't go back. You're not gonna go back to saying like, oh, I think I could do 20 miles on this one, and You can't. Once you open that motherfucker up so much, you look at shit different, right?
And I think we forget that, like, it's just a short period of time. Like right now it's Saturday. A week ago we did the race.
Yeah.
My body feels 100% healthy now. Like,
that's not me.
You're not 100%, but like, do you feel like if you wanted to, you could go for a short 3-mile run?
3. Yeah.
So
I thought you were gonna say 3 hours. I was like, no, hold the fuck up.
So like Monday, or we ran on Saturday.
Yeah.
Sunday, Monday was a struggle. I mean, you got beat up.
Yeah.
But I would say by Tuesday, I went for a run Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week.
Yeah.
So it was like Saturday sucked, and it was hard. But then your body, give it a couple days, you're good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like we think of that one race or that one event or that one activity being like the end of everything, but it's just a short period of time, and then your body's going to bounce back. I mean, you take care of it properly, and then you go to the next goal. Yeah. It's not like that's going to destroy you and you can never participate in anything else again.
Yeah. And it's crazy how in that moment I wanted to quit so bad, and I kept thinking that, like, I had to take myself out of it, and it's just a moment. Mm-hmm. Like this 6 hour, like, don't stop. What it is, that quote, don't stop when you're tired, stop when you're done.
Okay.
And I just kept thinking that, like, don't fucking stop until you hit that fucking 6 hour mark. Like, then you could fucking fall on the floor, then you could fucking pass out, then you could fucking cry, whatever the fuck, like, scream, whatever the fuck, like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You feel like quitting, you could do that shit after.
Yeah.
As much as I want to sit down right now on this fucking ground by the tree, because there was nowhere to sit.
No.
But I felt like, dude, I just need to sit down on the fucking ground somewhere. We didn't even take fucking chairs.
You know, I was gonna say that was probably a good move. Like afterwards, it sucked because we had nowhere to take off our shoes and stuff. Yeah. But for the race, with there being no chairs, was probably good for us because we had nowhere to sit.
That's how unprepared we were. We didn't take no fucking chairs. I took a fucking duffel bag with extra basketball shorts that I didn't fucking wear, and I was the only one there with fucking basketball shorts, bro.
100%. 100%.
So definitely, people who are going to sign up or people who are thinking about doing some shit like this, be prepared.
Yeah, and you don't have to go down the rabbit hole and buy the $1 million anything, you know, but just get proper stuff that's going to help you and help your body. And
then your buddy, he helped out a lot too.
Did he? Okay.
Well, yeah, right. Because like he gave us a lot of information, a lot of, you know what I'm saying? He had the insight because he did it. He's experienced. Yeah. So he was a big help, I think, leading up to it because I asked him a bunch of questions. So he was the one. He was like, yeah, shouts out to him because he fucking helped us out a lot. He was like, don't worry about how many miles you get every week. He's like, you need time on feet. So then that's when we started going for longer runs. And we didn't worry so much about how fast we're going, how many miles, So he was like, worry about time on feet. And then he was one of the ones who was like, when I was asking him, like, how are you going to fill your body? And he uses like honey. That's what I'm saying. I never thought that shit. I never knew that either. So like I bought those gels, but those gels jacked up my stomach. So then I'd stop taking them, and then I had no fuel for my body, you know? So it's like trial and error. I think we both did a decent amount of running leading up to it, but we didn't do any long runs where we knew how to practice, you know, feeling our body on a 3 hour run. Like on our 2-3 hour runs, we didn't take anything. Water. But that wasn't realistic to what the actual race was. Yeah, for sure. Are you thinking about signing? He invited us to another one, right? That fool's wild. So there's one in Vegas in February, I think it is. Uh-huh. And it's they have a bunch of different ones, but they have another 6 hour race. It's like a Friday night, 6 hour. I think you start at like 6 p.m. and you end at midnight. And I think it would be cool. I don't know if I'm going to do it yet, but I'm going to do something. Just because Vegas is far. Because the other one he said is what, running up Mount Baldy? Oh, yeah. So then he also invited us. That's when he told us. Yeah, so then he also invited us. I think it's in Labor Day weekend. I don't remember. Where you run, it's called the Trail to the Top or something like that, where you run to the top of Mount Baldy. It's like 7 miles. He says it only takes like less than 2 hours, but it's like mad gain. So then that's a different type of training because you're not just running on a flat road anymore. So is that something you do or no? Yeah, I completely forgot about it, but I'm probably down. Yeah. Excuse though. I gotta go buy another pair of shoes then. You gotta buy a different type of running shoes? I think so, right? Yeah. No Vans. No, fuck no. Don't use no fucking Vans unless you're on a fucking skateboard. Nah, but I like that shit because then like it opened my whole mind to like a whole different like hanging around savages, right? You got to hang around fucking savages to fucking. Not you don't have to, but it helps, right?
It does, because when
It levels you up.
when he was telling me about this race, I was probably realistically running like once a week, maybe twice a week. And then we started meeting, because he doesn't live too far from me. So we started meeting probably 3-4 times a week to run.
Yeah.
So now, before, when my 5-mile run was like hard and I'm like, damn, I don't want to do this. Now I'm like, hey, I'm going to go for a quick 5 miles. I'll be back. So.
Yeah, you're knocking those shits out. Easy.
I'm very fortunate, bro. My body feels good. Like, I think I'm at a good point where I'm not going to be the fastest guy out there, but I know I can go and maintain a good pace and get a good workout and, knock out 4 or 5 miles, 6 miles any morning easy.
Yeah. And you take care of your body too, right?
I try.
Like diet wise, like you're pretty fucking good.
We're
more than I think the average.
More recently than normal, because I'm a big sweet dude. You mentioned that earlier. Bro, if you put cookies, I'm going to eat the whole entire package. Like, I'm a sweet dude. So right now my wife and her are doing that 75 hard.
Yeah.
So that's been really helpful, but terrible at the same time, because, I don't get my brownies, I don't get my ice cream, I don't get my stuff like that. But it's been good because the timing of us doing this together, we're keeping each other accountable with our 75 hard, but that's just leading to me having better training and better preparation for this Nanny Goat.
Yeah.
So
yeah. What about that 75 hard? Like, how did that come about? And
so she has some coworkers that were doing it, and then I think it's part of just marriage that since she was doing it, I was like, I guess I'm doing it too.
That's how it works. Shit.
So I'm not gonna say I'm doing 75 hard. I'm gonna say I'm gonna do 75 medium, because part of the 75 hard is 2 workouts a day. So she's doing 2 workouts a day. Kudos to her, dude. Props to her. She's crushing it. Me, nah. I'm only doing 1 workout a day, and majority of my workouts are probably like 5-6 mile runs.
Yeah.
So
well, you're gonna switch that up though, right? Weren't we talking about that?
Yeah. So I was actually talking to you, and I was talking to a buddy last night. I got just like a small set of dumbbells. I'm like, I'm just gonna start there, because I don't want to just run forever.
Yeah.
I need to, incorporate some muscle into it and start building up some muscle now.
Yeah. Because we even talked about once a month doing long runs together, regardless. Even though we're done with that, just to keep it.
Yeah.
You got to keep sharpening that knife. You got to keep it, right? Because if not, you'll fucking lose it.
And what's cool too is like we talked about like, hey, like once a month, let's do a 2 mile or 2 hour run or whatever. But my buddy, which I learned through this whole process, is he has a running club, and they meet regularly. So that's why I also told you to download that app. You could join their club, and then he posts when they meet.
Oh, that's dope.
And they got 20 guys that show up, and they all go for a run or something.
That's cool. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So
I downloaded the app, but you didn't tell me that part. I'm gonna have to look into that.
That was a secret.
Cool. All right, saving it for the podcast.
Yeah. So that's another thing too. So I'll shoot you a text, because I think Wednesday they're having a run.
Okay.
I forgot, but now that we're talking about it, I remembered.
Yeah. And then I got the other one coming up, that 5K, the fatherless.
Oh, yeah, in San Bernardino.
Yeah. It's crazy because that one's going to be like...
It's going to be cake for you now.
Yeah, bro. Hopefully. Because that's what I was doing a day. 3 miles a day, an hour a day.
So do you have a goal for that?
Nah. So I'm going to try to go fast as fuck.
So what's a realistic goal?
I don't even know. Well, how long does it take me? Probably, 24 minutes?
So if you do 24 minutes, you're looking at like a 8-minute mile?
Yeah.
Okay. So when's that? Next weekend?
Yeah.
All right, then. I'm going to text you and be like, what's your time?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Another thing I was going to say. So the working out, would you be down to be like once a month too? We work out?
Yeah, let's do it.
We do like weight training, because like you don't have a whole setup. I got the whole gym right there. And you got a busy schedule. I got a busy schedule too. So we knock it out early in the morning. We got the whole fucking day.
And honestly, even now that you brought it up, we're coming up to summer.
Yeah.
We got a little bit of flexibility. I could try to come over more often and let's make it happen.
Yeah, for sure.
Because this morning, I woke up late. Yeah. I got here in like 8 minutes. I'm like, oh, this fool's not even that far.
Yeah, for sure. It's funny when you don't have all those distractions in the morning to leave the house. When you just like, I got to go, you fucking... It's funny how quick you could leave.
Yeah.
We're not sitting on your fucking phone and shit. But yeah, so I think that's about it. Anything else you want to share about it?
Nah, I don't think so, man.
Yeah.
I think I'm good. I was actually surprised with how my body reacted. I mean, you were beat up.
I was surprised how my body reacted too.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was gonna be this fucked up.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of thought I was gonna die, but
I thought I was going to be like bedridden, and I didn't know what to expect. But Sunday I was out.
yeah, you're over there fucking taking apart playgrounds and shit, sending me videos while I'm in bed, all fucked up, getting medicine delivered to my house and shit.
But yeah, I mean, it was a cool experience, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you did it. I'm glad that we did it. You impressed me, bro.
Yeah,
Like I don't mean this by any knock, but I thought for sure I was like, I was supposed to get maybe 20 miles.
Yeah.
And you crushed it, man.
Yeah, appreciate it.
So I know not that the final result matters, but there was like almost 300 people that showed up. And the dude that won it got 45 miles. My other buddy that kind of got
he
us.
got 5th place, right?
He got 3rd place.
Oh shit.
So he got 3rd place with 36 miles. I got 17th place
Yeah.
with 30 miles. Well, technically they said 29, but my phone said 30.4. And then you were right behind us too. I think like 19th place or something.
No, like 21st.
21st? Okay.
21st, yeah.
That's a heck of an accomplishment, bro.
Yeah. That shit's crazy. Mm-hmm. I think too, the message that we'd like to send is like, anybody go fucking try it.
Yeah.
Like, get out there, don't be fucking scared, and don't put those limitations on yourself.
Yeah, and I think something like a 6-hour race can seem intimidating, right? But I think that was the perfect atmosphere, bro. Like, because it was the loop, you can have friends there, you could have family there. You know, there's people barbecuing. Like, it was very low key where it almost didn't feel like I was torturing myself for 6 hours, even though we pretty much were.
Well, it wasn't super competitive.
I mean, I'm sure it was, but we weren't in the top couple.
No, but I'm saying the atmosphere.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think like there was families there, and those people barbecuing. There's some people on the side fucking drinking, cheering you on.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't super like you look at the LA Marathon and shit.
Okay, I get what you're
Where it's a
saying.
different atmosphere. Like, there's fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some of these people were just like, some people even walked the whole fucking thing. They said in the beginning.
Yeah.
There was some older lady. She said, yeah, I just come here. I'm just going to walk the whole thing, which is dope as fuck. I'm like, oh, shit, that's fucking cool.
And she probably still got, 15 miles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I like that. And I think, people just got to go out there and run towards whatever. If you notice you're scared of something or you're intimidated by something, you got to kind of approach that shit. You got to kind of run towards it.
So then what's your next thing that you're going to go towards?
Spartan.
Okay.
I'm intimidated fuck that motherfucker, dog. Because you got to do pull-ups, you got to do monkey bars, you got to be running, you got to hop over a 6-foot wall, 8-foot wall.
I was going to say, bro, you're over 6 foot. You can peek over and you'll be good.
Yeah, but I think the 6 foot's the smallest wall.
Oh, okay.
You got to run under some fucking wires, like what is it, like the replicate or like barbed wire? It's not a barbed wire, but it's going to be something simulating that.
Okay.
So it's intimidating, bro.
And it's the one at Angel Stadium?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to have to get my body in like good ass shape, right?
You got to get some savage tank tops.
For sure. Ready for the summer, huh? Yeah, bro. What about you?
I don't know yet. I think it's going to be something running. I really enjoy running.
That's why it should be something else.
I know.
That's why it has to be something else. You got to do whatever you hate. Whatever you got to turn your weaknesses into strengths. For me, that was running. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not liking what you're saying right now.
Of course you're not.
Because I really don't know what the next goal or event or whatever it is.
But what don't you like to do?
I don't know. I'm sure there's plenty of things, but right now on the spot, I can't think.
Yeah.
But I think my next goal is something probably going to be around running still, but I think it's going to be like faster or more miles.
I think you should do something more physical.
Like what?
Because you don't like to work out.
That's true.
I'm not trying to put you on blast, but it is what it is. That's what you said. I don't like to run. I hate the fucking run. I feel like my body's not built for it, but that's a fucking excuse. Like, you could build your body for it.
So what, something like the Spartan?
I think so. Something like that.
I'll have to Google it. I'll have to look into it.
That or people do push-up challenges. People do burpees or pull-up challenges. Like, set a fucking goal. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Where you're setting a goal and you're like, I have to do X amount of pull-ups. Like, because you see those push-up challenges or pull-up challenges, right?
Like they have to do as many pull-ups as you can.
Like, yeah, just with yourself, not like in an event or nothing.
Oh, okay,
just like on your phone, but like stick to it and like, okay, I'm going to do it.
But I think that's where, you know, a strength or a weakness is I need to actually sign up for something.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was doing my daily push-ups and I think I was doing push-ups and sit-ups like every single day, and I did that for probably 2 months. And then now I'm like, let me just focus on running.
Yeah.
So it's like I need to sign up for something that's going to hold me accountable. Not that I should rely on that, but it helps.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. There's always something, right? Mm-hmm. Look into it.
Someone was trying to convince me to do a triathlon. I think it was you.
No, I wouldn't do something crazy like that.
The water. No, I don't mess with the water, dude.
Bro, we need to do it.
It was you,
We need to
huh?
do it, yeah. We need to do it. Why not?
Maybe.
What's the worst that could happen?
You drown, you get eaten by a shark.
Then you don't got to worry about anything.
That's true. I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like that one dude said at the race, what's the worst that could happen? You die and then you don't have to worry about nothing.
That's true.
Okay, but what if you don't die? What if you do it? How do you think you're going to feel?
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool?
Yeah.
I think you feel better than pretty cool.
You're going to be on a high. Like, I know it's kind of silly to say, but I really feel like doing these types of things, it gets you on a high.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
Dopamine like
exactly,
a motherfucker,
right?
bro.
So it's like we have, like drugs and that's a high. But this is a different type of high, bro, and it's just, I don't know.
It's addicting. Mm-hmm. To me, it's addicting.
It is. It really is, because on Sunday, I was kind of mad that I didn't go for a run. Like, I knew I needed to let my body rest, but I was mad because I was like, I want to just go and get another run in.
Yeah.
And then I took off Sunday and Monday for running. I still walked around the neighborhood and stuff. But then Tuesday, I was like, all right, it's been enough days, let's go.
Yeah.
So then, like, this morning, I'm mad, too, because I didn't run before I came over here like I wanted to.
Yeah, the same. I was kicking myself in the butt, like, damn, I felt like I couldn't, and I did need the rest, but I was like, fuck, I wanted, like, you miss it. It's like a void. Even though working out, like, even while I was training for running, I was missing the weights. Because I like fucking, you know what I mean, lifting weights.
Yeah.
So it was like, it becomes addicting, and you do get that dopamine release on certain shit. It's cool. I like it.
Yeah.
And then you just got to up it. Like, what are you going to do? Fucking run forever? I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying.
I'll be like Forrest Gump.
You know what I'm saying? Running across the goddamn country. But I'm not saying it's like the worst thing or a bad thing, right? Obviously, that's dope as fuck. But I think everybody should, like, level up to some extent.
Yeah. And then, I also know that I need to incorporate something besides running, because then you'll just be like skinny fat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you'll lose a bunch of weight, which I've done and which is great.
Yeah. I'm not trying to knock on it.
You still have, some fat laying around because you've never turned it into muscle.
Yeah. And the worst part is, like, it's being content, no matter where you're at. Right? Like, don't be content you lost 50 pounds. Like, do something with it.
Yeah.
Don't be content like you did that race. Like, what other race can you do that's harder, that's longer, more than 6 hours? The 12-hour one.
That seems wild. I don't know.
It does, but that's the only way we're going to grow. Like, at one point, the 6-hour one sounded wild, dog.
Yeah.
For me, even this podcast, at one point, this sounded fucking wild.
You're right.
My face being on fucking YouTube and TikTok and this, like, that shit, everything seems wild until you got to normalize it. You got to fucking, like, go after it.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
That's what I believe.
So then, because, like, September's right around the corner.
It is.
So have you thought, like, a year from now, like, what's your goal in terms of doing an event or a physical goal or anything like that?
Nah, not really.
Okay.
I'm kind of just locked in on that. But eventually, I do want to do triathlon? I think that's a big one, bro. Like, marathon's cool. It's dope as fuck. They say a lot of people don't do it. We haven't even done a legit marathon yet, so that's still on the bucket list, too.
Yeah, but you ran more than a marathon.
Yeah, but we haven't got a legit. Participated, signed up. Or I could say I signed up for a fucking legit LA marathon or whatever the fuck.
And that's funny because even though we both ran more than a marathon, I still want to do a marathon.
That's what I'm saying.
Because it checks that box.
Yeah. And the same with the triathlon, like, I want to do that.
I've seen them where they do them in, like, community pools. So you're not in the ocean or in the lake or whatever. Because that's the part that scares me, man. I don't mess with open water.
I don't like that shit either.
So you gonna do one where you're out in the ocean?
Yeah, bro.
You can go do that, man.
Well, you're gonna do it too. Sooner or later, bro. You got to. You can't. You gotta be like overcome your fears.
Okay. You're gonna have to get like a wetsuit or something though. You're not gonna be able to go do it in your basketball shorts.
Hey man, they work for the race. Why not for the fucking ocean, dog? What about you a year from now?
I don't know, man. I think I mean, a year seems like such a long time, but it really isn't.
Yeah.
So I don't really know exact goals, but I just want to now take it up a step a little bit because my initial goal was to lose a bunch of weight. And I'm not a very tall dude, so I lost a good amount of weight, which is great, and I'm happy. But I don't want to just say, screw it, and then I put it back on. Or let's get away from what I'm doing and then going back to just eating junk or whatever, right? So, like, my whole point of doing, like, this 75 hard and signing up for these things was to find something that's sustainable so that once our 75 days is done or once our race is done, we're still doing those habits that we're not going to be the healthiest people in the world, but setting a healthy foundation for myself so that it's sustainable for, years to come.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, nutrition's like one of the most, that's a goal in itself, right?
You know what?
I feel like it is.
I think you're right because
We're talking about events, but
I never took nutrition seriously, ever. And probably within the last year, I think I've really, it's a rabbit hole, bro, right?
It is.
It's a rabbit hole.
We've talked about that.
Mm-hmm. And I think the last year, we've really taken a step back to say, like, hey, like, these are our non-negotiables, and this is what we can do to substitute, or these are what we can do to eat healthy day in and day out. And it's been a game changer. It really has. And sometimes, I don't got the fanciest looking lunches at work or the tastiest looking meals, but, it gets the job done. And I think I'm really trying as like a parent too, setting a healthy foundation for my kids. I don't want them to worry about necessarily, having like body, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I don't want them to be self-conscious of their body growing up or anything like that, right? So it's like I want to set that solid, healthy foundation for them so that they're now able to make those decisions. And it's not like, Dad said no soda. It's like, I'm going to choose to drink some water instead of soda. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Because so many kids, too, they get accustomed to, they're just a kid. It's okay. Go get a McDonald's. Mm-hmm. And they get used to that Happy Meal. So they, like, if you give them, like, a steak, they'd be like, I don't want that fucking steak. Mm-hmm. Or chicken. Or fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fish. Some shit that's, like, the best protein. They're looking at it like, no, I don't want that. I want a fucking Happy Meal from McDonald's. Mm-hmm. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And it transitions to when they're young, when they get older, they want chips and ice cream and candy, all that bullshit. Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah.
But one of my goals, for sure, long term, I don't know when, but to get super fucking lean and get jacked and get like a 6-pack. It's crazy as fuck.
Okay.
Crazy as fuck. Mm-hmm. But like, why not?
I think that's a great goal.
Why not?
I would love that. I think my wife would love it.
There you go, dog.
Yeah.
Why
That's
not?
a great goal. And that you're going to get there strict. I mean, you're going to have to work out.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I've never been there. I don't know too many people, probably 1 or 2 people I've known that have had 6-packs. So I don't know what's the step. Obviously, I'm going to have to do some research and fucking.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And do you have like by next summer, by 2029, or you're just kind of taking it one step at a time?
Taking it one step at a time.
Okay.
But like that's like a bigger goal, like a
long term.
Yeah, bro.
And then those side by sides of before and after.
That should be wild.
Those photos are gonna be wild, man.
And it's crazy because it sounds crazy as fuck right now, and people might think it's crazy, but it's like, so is running a fucking marathon.
Yeah. You already did it.
And a lot of people don't realize too. Like I used to be a smoker, dog. Like a pack every 2 days, coughing up a lung. I couldn't walk up a flight of stairs without like being out of breath. And I was thinking about that during the run too. Like how far, like I guess I kind of did think how far I came because I'm like, fuck, dude, it's fucking crazy.
So when's the last time you had a cigarette?
2022.
So in the course of 2 years, you went from smoking a pack a day or a pack every 2 days.
I wasn't that bad back then, but that was the last time I had one.
Okay. So you went from an avid smoker to running 27 miles.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't do that while smoking.
Fuck no, bro.
No.
Fuck no. But then, see, that puts into perspective, like, okay, that just seemed crazy as fuck, seems impossible. Now look where I'm at. Now what's impossible, that's what I should go for. Which is that triathlon.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
Like, it seems fucking crazy as fuck right now.
Because I don't even know the stats on it.
We don't need to know.
No, like...
I don't even know what the fuck that means.
I don't even know, like, how far do you run? How far do you swim?
As far as they need you to. I don't fucking know, bro.
All right.
It's something you could do. I know that. I know something I could do.
You got me thinking.
What's that?
You got me thinking.
I got you thinking?
Yeah, you got me
What are you
thinking.
thinking?
About a triathlon.
Yeah, bro. Because you're thinking, because you like to like, oh, I need to plan how long I can run or how long I can do this, but it's like, however long it fucking takes. How much do you got to swim? I don't fucking know. I'll train for whatever fucking long it takes to do it. Like, that's how it is with your goal. How long is it going to take you?
That's the only aspect that worries me is the swimming. I feel like I could run whatever they want me to run. I feel like I could
that's
bike.
The beauty of it, dog.
But you know how expensive that sport is too?
That's an excuse.
But I'm just letting you know.
How expensive is it?
It's probably...
Which one, what sport?
You got to buy a bike.
What sport? You already have a bike.
Triathlon.
Don't you have a bike?
I got a bike. Cool.
There you go.
All right. You got to buy a swimsuit?
It'd be all right. You don't technically probably have to buy one, do you?
I don't know. I have to Google that.
Yeah. But the thing that you're scared of is the swimming. But, like, I think it'd be so big mentally for you. Like a mental victory.
I got you. I'm not sold on it yet.
You don't have to be. You don't have to be. It's facts, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
That from my experience.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what you don't want to do the most is going to make you grow the most.
Yeah. I agree with that.
You know?
I agree with you.
And get out your comfort zone. Zone, what do they say? Comfort zones are dead zones, dog. If you stay in running, that's your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Even though, I mean, you're up in the mileage and it's dope as fuck. That's it's great. But I'm just saying, as a self-development, self-growth, there's no growth, right?
I got you.
I think. Because if I would have stayed in my lane, I would have never took up running. I would have never probably met you. I would have never did the race. I would never, you know what I mean?
And it is funny, like we mentioned it earlier, but how everything stemmed from a competition, right? It started off as a competition of reading.
Yeah.
And then it turned into a competition of running to turn into this.
Yeah.
It's cool, man.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Because I think you gotta surround yourself with savages, and you gotta be around. Like, there's somebody who might be not as athletic or not as like into working out, but they're like financially competitive, and they might be helping you out. You know what I mean? It could be like that, or reading.
Yeah.
Like, if I didn't know you were a runner, we could have just been competing with reading. Because I know people that are competitive with the weights, like we'll motivate each other to go work out and hit the weights. When it comes to running, fuck that shit, dog. You're going on your own.
Yeah, and I think it's a balance too, because I don't know about you, but my running or my reading has slowed down a bit as I think I've been running a lot more.
Yeah.
Which is okay, but it's like I still want to make sure that
it's hard. It's hard to balance everything: the reading, the weights, the nutrition, the running, and family time, fucking work, extra side hustle, whatever you got going on, your family. It's crazy because you start taking from this one, and it's like, what about this one?
100%.
Yeah.
And you don't want to cut anybody short.
Yeah. For sure. But yeah, I think if people are thinking about it, or people don't believe they can. They need to go try it. Get out your comfort zone. Go fucking try it. People who haven't yet, even if it's a short one, 5K, go do a fucking 5K, right?
And I think one thing is, like you said, like, even if you don't think you can, we, and probably a lot of people there were like, oh, if I stop, or if I go too slow or whatever it may be, everyone's going to look at me. Like, nobody's looking at anybody but themselves.
Yeah.
Like, the entire time, you're worried about you. I'm worried about me. And it's just like a competition against yourself. That's what it really comes down to.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think people should go. They should go try it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They should go try it.
Next May.
Set the example for the families. Set the what is it, like the routine or the habits? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
It's like setting the expectation.
Yeah, for sure. So I think they need to go get after it. But yeah, I think that's about it. You got anything else you want to say?
Nah, man, I appreciate you.
Yeah, you too, man. That show
was fun.
That show was dope as fuck. We're gonna do more. If you guys want to go do more with us, fucking let us know. And I think we're gonna do that one with your buddy to Mount Baldy. That should be dope as fuck.
I know. Yeah,
That shit sounds dope as fuck.
It sounds like that's gonna probably.
And that sounds dope as fuck. That running club. Like, oh shit,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I think the one in Mount Baldy is probably gonna be just as physically demanding because of that incline.
Yeah, they're a whole different ball game.
And we need to take our like pre-run serious. Like we don't do no stretching.
That's another thing.
We don't do nothing.
Bro,
that
I'm fucking so crazy. I did some like PE stretch before that 6-hour run, bro.
You sat on your number real quick, or they were like,
Yeah.
Robert,
Yeah, basically, dog.
And I don't know. I mean, imagine how much better we would be if we would take like the pre and the post routine serious.
Yeah.
Something to think about.
Yeah, for sure. All right, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. I hope you guys go out and get inspired to go do one. Go do some type of run, some type of event, do something out your comfort zone, and go get after it. And we're going to be having Anthony on the podcast again. I don't know whenever we get a chance, whatever topic, or let us know what you guys want us to talk about next. But yeah, peace, y'all.